remember the day that not only was Bashir Maan elected, it was over in the Kinning Park area. I remember the day he was nominated. He was nominated to be a councillor. In other words, he was a Labour candidate. And we said, well, is this man going to do well? Because we want to show the Pakistani community it's not just your votes we're looking for. We want you to take an active part in the political life of this city. And we couldn't have picked a better person, because he became senior magistrate, police magistrate, he was chairman of the police committees. He was seen as someone who could not only be a councillor but be a leading councillor. So that decision, was the right decision. And now it's just a matter of course that if a member of the Asian community wants to be a councillor, then they can choose any political party that they want to be active in, and nobody bat an eyelid saying, oh, this man's a Pakistani, do we vote for him or not? You just say, what's the party he belongs to? And so the vanguard of that movement was Bashir Maan. The feeling with those who were politically active, it's got to be remembered that yes, there is a rivalry between parties, the Conservative and Labour and the SNP and Liberal. But I would think that anyone involved in politics, regardless of party, was proud of the fact that Bashir Maan made it. And that was a breakthrough. And the media were cock-a-hoop at the idea of a Muslim councillor, and over there in Kinning Park, just on the south side of the river. And bear this in mind, that it was no easy ride for Bashir, because the minute he got that elected office, that at that time Glasgow was under redevelopment. The Kingston Bridge was getting built. People were being compulsory purchased. They were being moved out of their house. They accepted the fact that they had to get to move out of the tenement. Maybe sometimes they were 30, 40 years in, but they didn't want to take the first offer that the council gave them. So if they weren't happy with it, they went to the councillor. So on day one, Bashir had a whole load of local constituents who were giving him problems. And whereas he was a very successful businessman, he proved that with the AA brothers and the other businesses he was in. But running a business and being an elected representative, it was such a diverse change for him, and having to please people and listen to their stories, and they might have a long story to tell. And so I reckon that within the first weekend of being, he would be elected on a Thursday in those days. By the Saturday and Sunday, he'd be a very tired man indeed. So, but he did the job, and he did it well, and he became a good colleague, and I think that's a significant breakthrough. Now, I might be painting a rosy picture that there was, and you're aware of it as same as I. There was harassment in the city, and there was certain times when people would make unfortunate remarks. But Bashir becoming a magistrate and becoming a senior member of the police committee. Now, I would have to check up the records, but I do believe that he was the chairman of the police committee for a time. That I do know that the Pakistani community looked on the police as their guardians in many ways. They were the people that they turned to if they had any unfortunate incidents or any harassment at their shops. And that to me was a good thing. And all I can say is that if Glasgow was the first, given there was a big Asian population in the Bradford area and the Lancashire areas and even London, and all the credit to Glasgow. It says a lot for the people of Glasgow that they were the first to get an Asian councillor, and a very successful one at that. I would say his greatest legacy is that he was a man of good common sense. I saw Bashir as my mentor, that he didn't, he was a very pragmatic, well, he still is a very pragmatic man. He saw a problem in the council, and we had to worry about various problems. Let's say buildings that had to be condemned because they were crumbling, or that, and we'd say, well, do we do them up, rehabilitate them, and leave the community intact? And Bashir's legacy was he's a very sensible man. He'd say, no, let's look at it this way, that if we do these buildings up, then we keep the community together. And it means that the wider community gets the benefit, not only the residents. So I would say it was his ability to weigh up problems and to give sound advice to us all. And in other words, he was a good person to work within the group. He wasn't alone, and he conversed with us all, and we came to a collective decision. And that's that. But I will also say for his legacy is that if a young boy or girl in the Pakistani community might say, well, we don't get the same chance as, say, the white community or whatever, then our mother or father could say, look at Bashir Maan. He got there, not only in his own ability, but by the local people, people of, dare I say, use the word white people, who said, no, he's the man for us. So no one is, a youngster can look at Bashir and say, he made it in business, he made it in the political world, and nobody's going to hold me back except myself. If I'm lazy and I'm looking for someone just to lift me into a position, then it's not there for them. You've got to work at it.